Hello everyone, welcome back to Journey with Data. So this video is just an extension to our previous video where we covered the data types in Python. Talking specifically, we covered mutability and immutability. We covered data types like numeric, strings, and some examples of integer or a string data type, float data type, and immutability, what is an immutability, and so on. Now in this video we will be discussing other data types like list, sets, and dictionaries, and tuples, of course. However, they will just be an introduction for you, so that you'll have an idea of data types in Python. We shall be discussing these data types like lists, sets, dictionaries in detail in our upcoming videos, because there are various modifying methods. There are various manipulation methods. For example, you can add elements onto a list. You can delete elements from a list, how an indexing works, and so on. So that will be a detailed discussion in our upcoming video. So let's start with this one. So let's discuss lists first. Now, as we know that lists belong to a category of mutable data types, and they are used to store multiple items within a single variable. For example, if you look here, I've created a variable called L1, and I have stored multiple items that belong to same or that can belong to different data types as well, meaning you can store all integers together, you can store integer and a combination of string or other data types as well. So that's one thing about lists. And the peculiar feature is they are denoted by using square brackets. So that's the reason we have enclosed them in square brackets. So for example, if you can see that this L1 enclosed in square brackets 1 2 3, or L2 enclosed in square brackets, both are lists. Now if I just run this cell and show you the type of this list, type of this variable L1, they belong to a list class. So that's how we create a list. So that's the very basic thing about lists. Other than that, there are various manipulation methods. For example, you can add elements, you can remove elements, you can also perform indexing from a list. For example, if I want to fetch the first element or the second element and so on, just like strings worked. So we can also do that here. However, we will be discussing all these things in detail. For example, if I just pull out the element at the 0th index, so you will see that the element at 0th index from list 1 is this, because the index positions, they start from 0 till length -1. So that's why the element at second index would be 3, this. So 0, 1, and 2. So that's basic thing about lists. All you need to remember is they are denoted by using big square brackets. Sets, they are actually same as we've studied in mathematics. Basically, they are used to perform different mathematical operations, union, intersection, difference, etc. And the basic purpose is again to store multiple items in a single variable like lists. The only however, the difference is they are created using curly braces. You just have to place all the elements inside the curly braces, and the elements can be of again same or different data types as well. But the peculiar feature is sets are unordered, meaning there is no particular order every time you return a value from a set, or every time you fetch a set. So there is no particular order of the elements, and they do not allow duplicate values. So that was a theoretical part. Let's see this through a very practical example. Now here I've created a set, created a variable s1, and again I've placed curly braces and placed the elements a, b, c, this time belonging to same data type, and I've just printed out the type of this variable. Now let's see, if I just run this part, you will see that these elements, there is no particular order in which they are returned. However, I have declared them in this format A, B, and C, and they are being returned as B, C, A. So there is no particular order. So that's why they are unordered, and they belong to a set class. So sets are denoted by curly braces. Now let's confirm the no duplicate theory. Again, I've created a variable s2 and placed all the elements. This time I have duplicated the element A, and if I just return the elements of this set, this variable s2, now you will see that the elements of set s2, this output, the elements of set s2 are b, c, and e. So meaning the duplicates are removed, so the elements of set are unique. And you can also place elements of different data types. For example, I have placed ABC 19, and another is boolean, and then another is string. So that also works. So you can see it here. So that's the output. And if you want to create an empty set, you can use the set function to use it to create an empty set. And if you just print the type of it, so that will be a set. So that's how you work with sets. And again, I'm just repeating it. I am not covering the various manipulation methods of sets in this video. They are left for the other video. So I just wanted you to have a familiarity with the data types in this video. So that's the reason. So now let's see what is a dictionary. So again, we use a dictionary to store elements, and they can be again of a same or different data type. Now again, a dictionary does not allow duplicates, and they are also created using curly braces. Now you must be wondering how a dictionary differs from a set. See, a dictionary, the peculiar feature of a dictionary is any dictionary has a key and a value pair. So however, a set does not work in this manner. So I'll create a dictionary here, a very simple dictionary, dict1, and then I have created some keys now, like postal, name, and year, and then these are the values. The value of postal is 1220, name is ABC, year is 1914, and so on. So these are data types belonging to different classes, and I am just printing it out, so you can see these are the key value pairs. So name ABC and year 1914. Now if you just want to see the type of this, I'll print it out for you. Dict1, you can see that this belongs to a dictionary data type. So that was about dictionary, and we have another data type called as tuple. Now tuples are created using small brackets, and tuples are basically ordered and they are immutable, meaning that you cannot modify the elements inside a tuple. So dictionary, sets, and lists, they all were mutable data types. And sets, the tuples, they allow duplicates and they are indexed, meaning you can perform indexing there. Now I've created a tuple tup, and again placed the elements like apple, banana, apple, and cherry inside this. And then if I just run this and just make a note of the small brackets which signify that this is a tuple, and I'll just run this, you can see that apple is repeated twice, meaning that the tuples, they allow duplicates and they are immutable. So that was about different data types like sets, tuples, dictionaries, and let's see a basic comparison of these data types. So here is just a comparison between these data types. You can have a look at so here is just a comparison between these data types. You can have a look at this chart. Lists are denoted by square brackets, sets are denoted by curly braces, tuples by small brackets, and again dictionaries by curly braces, but then they differ by a key value pair. And lists are created by placing the elements inside the square brackets or by using the list method as well. And similar is the case for sets, you place the elements inside the curly braces or by using the set method. and tuples are placed by placing the elements inside small brackets. Similar is for dictionary, you place the elements inside the curly braces separated by a key and a value pair, or you can also use the built-in method dict to create a dictionary. So lists, sets and dictionaries, they are mutable, tuples are immutable. And again, lists and tuples, they are ordered collection, and sets and dictionaries, they are unordered collection of data items. So that's just a basic comparison. I hope that this will help you clarify, or I hope that this will help you get familiar with the data types in Python. So that's it for this video, and in the next video we shall be discussing types of variables and their scope. So thank you so much. Do like, share and subscribe to the channel for more, and let me know if you want me to cover more on Python. So thank you so much.